We are going to study about population, chapter number 6. Now, growth of population. Population is never constant. It is dynamic. It is not uncommon to see a sudden increase or decrease of population, though a steady increase in the population is more common. The change in population size depends on three important factors, that is, births, deaths, and migration. Okay. Kan ngai thak tong khanin population a hi angai reng lawa achangin enge mishing cheng ha kan kyama achangin nge kan pung thina ni adang lam thien ta ni ta khanin population thak dang lam thei tu thil pathum factors pathum poimo deuh deuh oma chung te chu births deaths le migration ten ni. The growth of population is the change in the size of population and area during a particular period of time. Such a change can be shown either in absolute number or as a percentage. Okay. Growth in population is generally calculated and conducted per decade, just like the census. Growth can be both natural and actual. The difference between the birth rate and death rate shows the natural increase in population. When the earlier population is subtracted from the later, the difference shows the growth is absolute numbers. For example, if the population of 1991 is 850 million and that of 2001 is 1025 million, then the absolute increase in the decadal population is 1025 minus 850 equal to 175 million. Okay. Growth of population kan ti a hi mishing pun chho dan a hi area sang sang ami kha adang lam na se mem thina kha hun tiam chungin enge enfia kha ni thin ne internal census mangte mo kha na china census video ma sa kan soi to kha census kan ti chuan chhiar pui kumsom dan nei thin kan ti to kha katyang khan kumbi the inkara khanin population kha adang la mem ti kha en non kha ni thin ani achang chuanin population kha kan soi tong kha ne in thak dang lam na se mem thina birth rate changa death rate kan pai kha chuanin population in thak dang lam dan kha alo lang thin ni entirna na 1991 a hianin india ram population hi 850 million dita se 2001 a ve thung kha chuanin 1025 million long dita se 2001 rang khan 191 population za ta kha kan payanga 2001 a chuan india rama mishing 1025 million oma 1025 million atangin 1991 a india ram mishing omza zeria sunga kan payanga achwa ku ju za sum sari panga 175 million ani don ta ni chu chu kan pun chho na akha alo ni don ta ti na ni chu. Factors affecting population change in India. India's population has increased steadily from 1951 to 2001. As mentioned previously, there are three ways by which change in population may take place. They are birth rate, death rate, and migration. Indiaram population hi kan ngai thak ang khan 1951 atanga 2001 in kara khanin apung chhon se mema ama kan choi to ang khanin India population thak dang lam thei tu factors poi mo deu pathuman om kan ti to kha chung chu birth rate death rate le migration ten ni. Now number 1, birth rate. Birth rate is the number of live birth per 1,000 persons annually. In India, the number of births continues to be very high. Okay. Birth rate kan ti ahi mishing cheng sang khat se la kum tina naw piang omza ta kha birth rate kan ti chunita a India ram hi abik takin India ram a hianin kan birth rate ahi asang rengani. Number 2, death rate. Death rate is the number of deaths per 1,000 persons in a year. In recent years, the death rate has gone down in India, primarily due to better health. sanitation, vaccination, and immunization. The difference between birth rate and death rate shows the natural increase in population. Okay. Death rate ve thung hi chu mihring sang khat se la mithi omzat kum khat chunga mihring sang khat se la mithi omzat hi death rate ani ta a death rate hi kan tla thiam chhon sa ve em ema India rama hian hei a chan chu enge hrisel te kan ngai poimo a thiang hlimna lampang te tin vaccine shin dan na kan tiang chi te khatiang ka kan ngai poimo ta ka wang khan India rama hian dead rate hi atlan yam na sem em ani birth rate le death rate danglam na hi enge population punna akha anita a. Now number 3, migration. Migration is the movement of people from one place to another. It may be temporary or permanent. There are two types of migration, internal and international. Internal migration affects the local or regional population without changing the base population. International migration results in an increase or decrease of the country's population. Okay. Migration kan ti ve thunga hi chu pem mun son mun pakhat atanga mun danga in son kan ti akha migration hi anita a migration hi temporary le permanent a theya migration hi chi internal le international migration oma internal migration hi chuanin enge mihring the population base population a athak dang lam mi alawa angai reng ta international a ve thung hi chuanin mihring pun le kiam kha hril sem emani. Emigration and immigration are forms of migration. Okay. If you move out of a country, you have emigrated and you are an migrant. Okay. If you move into a country, you have immigrated into that country, and for that country, you are now an immigrant. Okay. Emigration le immigration kan ti a hi migration forms of migration pani te ni ta a entirnan India ramatangin lo pem chhuak ta la emigrated ini anga ya migrant ini don ti na ni chu mo chuanin entirnan India ramatang khanin lo pem chhuak ta langin I pem na tan te khanin immigrated ni dona anni tan khan immigrant ini ti na ni chu mo. For example, if you have migrated from India to China, you will have immigrated from India to become an immigrant in China. Okay. There are many economic, social, and physical reasons why people emigrate, and they can usually be classified into push and pull factors. Push factors are those associated with the area of origin, while pull factors are those that are associated with the area of destination. However, the dominant motive for migration is economic, and pull factors tend to be higher wages and greater demand for labor, which are perhaps found in centers of industries and commerce. Economic pull factors can include overpopulation and the absence of economic opportunity. Okay. Migration hits the pull factor and pull factor of migration ta pull factor hianin enge tem chana hianin unemployment na tho tur lo kan tiang chi te lack of safety, lack of service kan ti te poverty re theina mo ange ram leilung pian manga diklawa wanga thlai chin fu lawang chi te drought ko kheng wang te indo na awang te nge chian na quarrel chian na mo khatiang awanga pem na akha pull factor of migration the pull factor of migration a hi chuanin enge na tho tur thachok be che awanga hundanga pem chhuak ang chi te mo ram tha le tha zo agriculture practice na atana be che du awang te mo security thazok an nei be se wang te apem na kha pull factors of migration kan ti chu ni. Now age composition. Population is divided into age group, age 1 to 14, comprising children who are totally dependent on their parents and guardians. Age 15 to 59, comprising people who are adults and workers who carry the burden of the dependent population. Age 60 and above are the old and the category of people who become non-workers. Ke age composition kan ti chuan kumbi the inkar akhani ta a I pathum a an thena age group pathum an thena 1 to 14 years kan ti hawa hi nu le pa te an chen pui te a in khat po engma na tho katiang pola ti theilo khani ta a kumsom panga tanga somnga poko inkara thena ne le ta a khang hawa kha chu na thok thei kum inkar mo working age group an ti ang chi khani ta a an mani a khan kum khada tang kum som pali le kum som ruk chung lam hawa khan in ngatla tani pathumna a chuan kum samruk chunglam anita anni ho hi all age group kan tiang chi khanita a na an thok thei to lo ni heng ho hian a person's age determines his her capacity to work his her needs behavior and social stature. Thus, the percentage of people within each of the three groups determines the economic and social structure of the country. The balance between the working and dependent population is known as dependency ratio. Kan ngai thak to ang khanin age group pathum an then kan ti to kha age composition kha pathum an then kan ti to kha 1 to 14 years 15 to 59 years le above 60 years an then kan ti to kha working age group 15 to 59 years kan ti hawa kha an poi mo ma khang hawa khain ram sumle paidin munte social structure kha in khan na sem emani tin working population kan ti le dependent population in balance na hi dependency ratio ti inan wa bokani. Children are the economically unproductive and dependent group. They need to be fed, clothed, education and given medical care. The working population are the economically independent and productive group. They bear the burden of the dependent population. The age may have the capacity to work and can be economically independent, though may have relief from employment. They may be working voluntarily too. The percentage of children and age affects the dependency ratio because the former are not producer. Okay. Kan ngai thak to ang khan no pang kumsom pani hnuai lam kan ti ang chi hawa khan ma na khan na thok thei lawa an nu le pa te le an chen pui te khan in hat to pa e enge e de bar tur pe kan nga ya thom no te tin sir na thajok te le damdoi lampang ang chi medical care khatyang ka ngai to sak ve khan ngai chini working age group 15 to 59 years kan ti ve thunga kha chu kan ngai thak tong khan an mani in nan thok the to a nge an in chom the to a an mani a khanin no pang chok te le pui thling kum na thok the to lo kum samruk chung lam kan ti hau khan in hatlat bok. That's all for today. Thank you.